The Olympic program evolves over time to reflect the changing landscape of sports and global interest. Let's go through 10 Olympic sports which were removed and some reintroduced recently. Tug of War. Once a staple of the Olympic Games, tug of war showcased its strength and teamwork until the 1920 Antwerp Olympics. Teams of 8 athletes on each side engaged in a fierce test of pulling power, with victory determined by the displacement of the opposing team. Sadly, tug of war was removed from subsequent Olympics due to a perceived lack of universality and concerns over safety. Cricket, with its rich history, was last featured in the 1900 Paris Olympics. The sport involves 2 teams taking turns to bat and bowl, aiming to score more runs than their opponents. Cricket's removal from the Olympics was attributed to logistical challenges, limited global participation, and the dominance of a few cricket-playing nations, hindering the desired universality of the games. Golf, reintroduced in 2016, had its last appearance in the 1904 St. Louis Olympics. The sport involves players using clubs to hit a ball into a series of holes in as few strokes as possible. It was initially removed due to issues with scheduling, disputes over rules, and concerns about the sport's elitist image, only to make a comeback more than a century later. Lacrosse, a Native American sport, showcased its unique blend of skill and physicality until the 1908 London Olympics. Teams competed to score goals by propelling a small rubber ball into the opponent's net using a long-handled stick. Removal from the Olympic program was attributed to a decline in global popularity and limited international participation. Polo, an ancient equestrian sport, saw its last Olympic appearance in the 1936 Berlin Games. Teams of riders on horseback sought to score goals by hitting a ball into the opposing team's goal using mallets. The sport's exclusion was largely due to the high cost of maintaining horses for competition, limiting its accessibility and universality. Roquet, a variation of croquet, made its sole Olympic appearance in the 1904 St. Louis Games. Players used mallets to hit balls through wickets set on a rectangular court. The lack of widespread popularity and limited international appeal led to Roquet's removal from subsequent Olympic editions. Rugby, removed after the 1924 Paris Olympics and reintroduced in 2016, involves 2 teams competing to score points by carrying or kicking the ball over the opponent's goal line. The initial removal was influenced by the sport's perceived lack of global reach and the dominance of certain nations. Softball, featuring women's fast-pitch softball, was removed after the 2008 Beijing Olympics and reintroduced in 2020. The sport involves teams batting and fielding to score runs or prevent the opposing team from scoring. Softball's temporary removal was due to a combination of factors, including concerns over global popularity, competitiveness, and gender equality. Basque Pelota, last featured in the 1900 Paris Olympics, encompasses a range of court sports originating from the Basque region. Players use a handheld basket or bare hand to propel a ball against a wall. The sport's exclusion was mainly driven by its limited international appeal and the challenges associated with promoting universal participation. Jeu de Paume, showcasing a precursor to modern tennis, featured in the 1908 London Olympics. Players used a glove-clad hand to hit a ball against a wall. The sport's removal was influenced by its declining popularity and the emergence of more widely practiced racket sports in subsequent Olympic editions. The reasons for removal often include issues like lack of standardization, declining popularity, limited international participation, and logistical challenges.